Welcome everyone, just about 8.5 minutes away from getting into that Friday afternoon edition stream. Going live in just about 4 minutes, gentlemen, giving you that pre-stream plink. Hit. 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 See you boys in 4 minutes. Technical difficulties here at the beginning of the stream. Good Lord, here we go. Transition. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome once again to that afternoon live stream where you'll pay for the entirety of the seat, but you'll only need the very ragged edge. That's right, gentlemen, you're tuned in direct and live 5x5 to that afternoon live stream, Friday afternoon edition, brought to you by the voice of the... Oh, good Lord, I didn't even hit my transition button. Brought to you by the voice of the Airgun. Making his way to the stream today, weighing in at 159 pounds, hailing from Los Angeles, California, representing the Airgun Underground, the strongest airgunning family on YouTube, MACABESPEED. Yes, we have made it. 100% valid and current to the end of the week. Transition. Welcome everyone, welcome all to the chat today. Welcome to the Friday afternoon stream from the MACABESPEED Media Machine. Hitting that side chain button the way we always do. Coming through with John Hawk. Coming through with our Ranch Airgun Fun channel. Coming through with Mark Bostic. 3 big donations for the day already. Starting this stream off strong. Starting this stream off right. The best way we know how with that strong sense of community. Loving it. Folgers in my cup today. I feel like I'm looking at the right camera. Here we go. Folgers in my cup today. Rocking and rolling with you. And I'm happy to be here with each and every single one of you. Hell yeah. Here we go. See who is in our chat with us today. Can't believe I did not hit the transition button in between the blank screen and the GoPro only screen. It's interesting. If you start to slack off as far as how often you do this, it will become something that, you lose a little bit of proficiency with as far as the nitty-gritty details. Transition. We are making up for it, though, and I am, once again, happy to be here with each and every one of you. John Hawk, welcome. Airguns and Air Power, welcome. Daniel Barker, welcome. Eric E., welcome. That's right. Nixie, what up? John Hawk, what up? Timmy, just got back from cardiologist not too long ago and have an ultrasound on my heart. I won't know how it turned out until the end of the month. They make you wait. And you know what? I think that's part of the plan on there, and they want to kind of draw out the details because, honestly, the American healthcare system works in such a way to where it is more lucrative for them to treat you than to cure you, my friends. So my sympathies to you. It's an interesting world we live in currently. Daniel Barker, my sleep sounds good to me too. I've been getting enough. I have been getting enough sleep. My baby is now 1 week old, approximately, give or take, and I don't feel depleted. I don't feel like super hammered depleted, so definitely I think I'm doing something right as far as proportioning my time between the baby, the home life, the work life, and the YouTube live streaming with you boys. Mark Bostic, high-end octane, hell yeah. John Hawk, what up? Skinny Mitch, what's up, Cattleman? Victoria, Cattleman is in the chat. Hopefully Cattleman is in the chat. Welcome to the chat, Cattleman. Let's see who else is with us today. Finding Torikins, what up? Messing around with these emojis. Emojis are cool, dude. I like to talk through emojis. I use the 100 thing way too much. I use the thumbs up way too much. I use the laughing one way too much, but I use them all. I do love my emojis. I love my emojis. They're cool. Root Beer and Coffee, Airgun Fun Channel, John Hawk, what up? I don't know why, Mac, but I like that shirt. Dude, you know what? Thank you very much. Airguns and Air Power. Hey, you know what? I actually was debating whether or not to go ahead and actually wear this shirt today. But I'm glad that I did because somebody approved of it. I have my green tee on, my cool classic green tee, or purple tee and my green shorts. I got my green shorts on and my purple tee. Here I am trying to talk to the camera here. Got my matching purple and blue hat. I try to bring the motif to the stream. Thank you very much for noticing Airguns and Air Power. VO, yo, bro, what up? Blood Ops in the house, hell yeah. Mystic 2222, howdy, Mr. Dad. Dude, you know what? Blood Ops, I'm ripping it as a dad, I think. I'm ripping it. I feel good about it. I feel like my kid can gain a little bit more weight, a little bit more quickly as, their appointments are telling me we need to gain like 0.01 ounces more by next time to go ahead and gain into the less likely to have problems long-term thing. But you know what? I feel good about it. Got that Moon Boy hat too. You know what? Bit Crusher. I have 4 versions of this hat right here, and I love each and every single one of them except V4. There was a V4 red one that I got, and I thought, you know what? I have a blue one, a purple one, a black one with the blue and purple bill. I'm gonna kind of mix it up and get a red one, and the red one just did not agree with me. It's the only one I don't like, but I do like this one, my guy. I thought my eyes were messed up when you said green because I see purple. Dude, you know? Once again, long week, but we are here together. Have some good things to get into today, by the way. The ZEUS video was an absolute explosion for this channel. If you guys are familiar with that ZEUS video that we did drop just a couple of days ago, it's already to the point of almost cresting 1,500 views. Obviously, you do some stuff like that on the YouTube, they're not going to go ahead and monetize that video, so we're not really making anything on it, but that's not the point. That video was a hell of a lot of fun. That video was a hell of a lot of fun to bring everybody from the chat in the live stream over to the video and watch it live together. I definitely enjoyed the hell out of that video. Having said that, there will always be 2 sides to every story. Today, I was made aware of a conversation that people have been kind of having about this video on the inverse of it, right? When there's people who think something's good, there's going to be people who think there's something bad as well. So we have, let's see, also chat. John Hawk, what up? The people who think that the video that I made was bad, their premise is that I am showcasing that rifle in such a fashion to where the ATF is going to notice it and eventually regulate that specific rifle, regulate air guns as firearms, regulate a few different things of that nature. And you know what? Here's what I would say. I wasn't a part of that conversation, so I'm not going to like release names or anything and throw people under the bus. But I'll say this. First off, if you want to make the most powerful air gun in the world, pretty much unilaterally expect people to compare it to a firearm. That's like... No matter what, you have something like that, people are going to compare stuff like that to a firearm. Secondly, every single air gun manufacturer out there, to every single air gun YouTuber out there, I would say this 100%. If you have any other ideas in your mind that other than air guns regulation will be coming down the line in the next 5 to 10 years maximum, you're crazy. For sure. Things are growing at such a proportional level, an exponential level almost, that we're only going to have the freedom to buy up what we want without regulation, without background checks, without being treated like the FFL game for so long. That's one of the main reasons why I push to the airgun crowd, get that Hatsan Blitz now. Because I'll tell you this, if they do start doing the whole FFL regulation as far as air guns are concerned, you're not going to have the access to full auto stuff that you do now. If you get grandfathered in, obviously no one can really take your guns away from you. No, you can't really do that. If you legally purchased a legal air gun in the time frame when it was legal to do so, they're not going to come take your gun away. But I would say it's highly unlikely that you're going to get a 70 to 100 foot-pound fully automatic rifle in any capability, in any configuration, be it air power, be it gunpowder, be it a firearm, whatever the case may be, in the next 10 to 15 years. It's probably going to be one of those things we see disappear, except on the more fun caliber level, like the 177 level type stuff, DPMS. Yep, I've been thinking of getting a second one. Eric E., you're not wrong. Eric E., you're not wrong. Secondly, here's what I would say about that. People who make fun or talk shit about my videos in general, it's like, do you not know what kind of videos I make? Have you not seen the videos that we've made in the past? This is the kind of stuff that I do. So to say that I'm like negatively portraying the sport of air gunning by shooting cars or shooting ballistic gel or shooting propane tanks, I strongly disagree with the entire premise. But just plugged my GoPro in, by the way. Strongly disagree with the entire premise, and I don't know. If it talks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it looks like a duck, it's a gun, right? That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. FX Salesman ROFL. I think 72 caliber rifle draws enough attention, anyways, good or bad. No matter what. I agree with you. FX Salesman ROFL. RW, are you an FX salesman? That would be so interesting. That would be so interesting if we had an actual pro salesman in the chat. Trolls mean you have made the big time. I don't mind trolls. I don't mind trolls at all. I would say this. We try and screen that no matter what, because only people who are subscribed can enter this chat and throw down comments in this chat. Only people who are subscribed can comment in this chat. What does that do? It kind of weeds out people who don't have a seriousness about it. Kind of weeds out people who don't really have an interest in being here other than to drag the chat down. And it's kind of like that first line of defense. I do like it very much. But the trolls absolutely mean you've made it to the big time. Ah, very cool, very cool. See what else I would say about that. I would say this. If you have the ability to film something like the ZEUS and you don't go hard as far as the documentation level therein, you're failing your community if you consider yourself to be a reviewer, YouTuber, online personality, entertainer, whatever the case may be, right? So I would say if you're in the position that I'm in as far as having the access to the AEA ZEUS, having the access to something that, you know, people want to see, if you don't bring that information clearly, concisely, and genuinely to the public, you're failing your people. Triple G Roger Late, welcome to the chat. Absolutely great to see you, my guy. Great to see you in the chat. First Aid Airgun, what up, what up? You know what? I think this is actually a really good segue into something that I was going to post on the actual YouTube, as it were. But you know what? I don't think that people really like shorts that much. I've noticed in general, people kind of shy away from the whole shorts format. But for whatever reason, you know, it does good viewership as far as the YouTube algorithm is concerned, right? I have a very short 1-minute video that I would like to show you guys here in my basically members only. I don't have a members only because I don't feel like I generate enough quality content regularly enough with enough benefits like a box or a package yet to be able to justify charging people extra money just to get more content. What I do have is my live streams. And my live streams, you guys people hang out with me, I have all the good stuff for you. So instead of posting to a shorts format, I would like to go ahead and share with you a short video. Now, hopefully the sound works because the sound makes like half the video. But here we go. It did play for me earlier. Transition. Transition. Hopefully you guys had audio through that. I'm really hoping you guys had audio through that. Let me check my little preview here. I think you did. I think you did. I really think you did, and that's cool with me. That's really cool with me. I hope you guys really enjoyed that quick video. It was, like I said, gonna be for the shorts format on YouTube, but I think you guys deserve it more on a Friday night. You know, it's just a little something I'm messing with. Sometimes when you have a bunch of footage, it's kind of cool to go ahead and make the video to the audio track instead of make the audio fit the video. In this case, that's exactly what happened, and I think it came out cool. I hope you guys did enjoy that. We have a little bit more. Moonlight Sonata, that's what's up, hell yeah. Bit Crusher, you know it. Triple G, hell yeah, that's cool. Daniel, thanks, so kind of you. Audio was nice, that's cool. I have more ZEUS talk. Let's talk more about ZEUS, but let's put up our more safe frame that allows me to handle what Google considers to be pews when they're not really pews. Streamlabs, GoPro, handling scene. All right, here we go. And this is a much dirtier frame as far as like what's in my background, but I need this big frame to show you a big old pneumatic air rifle. It's not a gun. You see, hold on, where is it? Where is it? Up here? Up here? This sign right here says, this is an air gun. This is not a firearm. This pneumatic pressure system is only capable of dispensing freedom in intervals dictated by the charge in the tank. Here we go. Let's talk about the ZEUS. If you guys are familiar with the video that was put out recently, this air rifle had a much larger scope on it. It has been downgraded to the Bug Buster variety, which sits much lower on the rail and should do me much better as far as my eye relief. We literally had like the bottom of my chin weld, not a real cheek weld here when we went to shoulder this thing, and it was highly counterintuitive as far as target acquisition and eye relief is concerned. The one thing that's more important than changing the optic about this rifle, I put this rifle away, fully charged, 2 weeks ago, right after I finished filming with it. Obviously, you can't shoot the shit in your backyard. I mean, this thing has enough, like half as much energy as a 308. You're not shooting this in your backyard if you're any type of responsible and intelligent. Oh, what? Did you notice that fill probe there? And this dust cover still intact? Amazing! Incredible, incredible. Here we go. This fill probe does actually slide through a hole that I drilled, and obviously you could rotate this if you felt the need to, but the point is you have your fill probe with your rifle, stow and go style. The bigger point that I'm showing you here, I'm dead on my pressure. 100% dead on my pressure. Let's jump into the chat real quick. Let's use my chat. What's your thoughts on the 25 caliber HP pistol? I would like to get one just to try it. 30 caliber would be the way I go, though. 25 caliber HP pistol versus 30 caliber HP pistol, I'd be going 3-0. Right now, the method of choice is Koof Lethal. Ooh, good lord. Yeah, great music. Some classical music is absolutely amazing. You know, some of it's really good. Some of it's really, really good. Amadeus, Mozart. Amadeus. Unfortunately, anything illegal has never really stopped. Oh, good lord. Don't write that. Don't ever text that. You should not put that in writing. That was cool, Mac. Hell yeah, Cleveland. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. They put gnarly shit as Marines on top of that. It came out great. Hell yeah, cool. You need a gun rack. I need a gun safe, brother. I need a gun safe, like a fireproof one. Fire is one of the things that scares me the most. I don't care if I sound like a puss. I don't like fire. It scares the shit out of me. What's the point of this whole system, of what this whole segment is? This cylinder's dry. I think that this specific AEA ZEUS here, this specific pre-charged pneumatic high-pressure air system has a leak somewhere. I don't really give a shit. Let me just say that one more time, just for the people who may have missed it. I don't really give a shit. Not at all. Not at all. If it takes an air charge right now with this pony bottle and sustains any type of pressure whatsoever, like realistically, I'm not gonna probably like look down the barrel here. Oh, if it gets any type of decent pressure showing that this tank is under some type of working pressure, I'm gonna go ahead and consider it just fine. I don't care if a gun leaks down slow, especially a gun that was donated to me for the channel by Terry Fox at Fox Air Power. If this specific rifle has a leak, what do you say to a bad gift? You say thank you, right? I don't care if it's got a leak in it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers really walk the low road on the whole what they're given versus what their reaction to is. That they expect things to be like 100% perfect all the time. New product, might have some kinks. All I know is there was like 1,000 in the country when they started importing these, and I have one. On that note also, I have one with a lower than 150 on the serial number, right? So my serial number is really, really, really low in the production run of this rifle. All those things considered, even if this tank slowly will leak every single time I go to put it away, it matters not to me if I have to fill it to be able to have something like this. I'm going to remind you guys, hey, the days that you guys keep your gratitude higher than your expectations, you will have some really, really good days. That's where I'm at. Whoa. Hold on. That's right. Hold on. We do need to actually put you on the fade to black screen here for a minute, because I think that I need to go ahead and actually cock this to fill it with air, if I remember correctly. Fade to black. One moment. Ah. Why did I fade to black? It's because if I do anything that makes any click-clack type noises and show you boys exactly what I'm doing with it, YouTube probably going to go ahead and chop the stream. So, having said all of that, go ahead and give her the darkness. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. And transition. All you can see now is my little barrel over here to my pneumatic cylinder and my fill whip. All right. Cracking the valve. Totally filling. Totally filling. 100%. Hold on, I know this tank's not going to do this, so I'm not at risk of overcharging this cylinder, but let me get right back to my Streamlabs GoPro handling scene. Transition, here we go. Already halfway through the yellow. See, this is why I don't care. Who cares? With a brake barrel, you have to break the barrel a million, every time you want to shoot it. With, a hand pump, you'd have to pump the shit out of this thing just to be able to go ahead and get this thing to be up to a nominal pressure. I would say this, it's going to be nothing for the Yonghang to go ahead and charge this in the field on a generator. It's going to be nothing for a big scuba tank to go ahead and fill this thing in the field, especially if you know the principle that you need to have this bolt actually cocked back to accept the air charge. I am building a decent amount of heat in this beast right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the air charge off, but I think the point is proved here. I don't care if my AEA ZEUS leaks. I don't care if I have to fill it and then incrementally fill it every time I shoot it, based on the fact that you only get 3 to 5 good shots out of this specific platform before you need to fill it up completely again. So you're using your air charge like so quickly, it's almost as if you have a sustained leak long term, right? Like a sustained leak over time. I'm telling you. For me personally, it's not a positive or a negative thing about the gun. It just is what it is. I do know this. I'm not willing to part ways with it and send it into return. I sent my cattleman rifles into return back in April, and I have not seen my cattleman rifles back yet. So for me personally, I'm kind of leery about sending anything in, especially stuff that may actually end up being able to be remediated if it's an O-ring, be remediated if it's a loose gauge, whatever the case may be. The community is going to step up on this. It's not an unpopular platform. So there will be people who do go ahead and stand in that gap for their fellow man and say, hey, this is the next issue, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is your air leak. Let's go ahead and see what the chat says. Leaks suck. Wait, leaks. That's true. As a vacuum tech, leaks annoy me. I agree. It would drive me nuts that all my air guns hold air. Thank God. Good attitude, Mac Big Crusher says. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. It probably does drive some people nuts to have a gun that doesn't, that doesn't hold the air charge over the long duration. But I would say this: I have so many badass, high power, high caliber air guns that do hold pressure, that do stand the long test of time. Even my other AEA offering, we're still on the good tab. We can touch this. Hold on. My Challenger is nominal, baby. My Challenger is nominal, 100%. I'm good to go, and I haven't shot this gun probably in going on a month. For me personally, it's hit or miss, right? And if you have enough of anything, you're going to have a problem with it. I feel like that's what I'm dealing with. And the problem that I am dealing with at this point is small enough to where I just don't really care. 100% Mac. I was telling Roy not too long ago, I'm thankful for all the good things that come my way. I do it for a living. He says, I need a big bore as well. You do. Air Guns of Idaho, you do. Shooter Steve, what up, what up? You should care because that leak will get worse and needs to be attended to. Air guns and air power. I want to see what happens. Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't get worse. I'd say you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and I do think that I have a shot here to prove that it's not as bad as it sounds. Working and the Mac Show. Hell yeah! All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do one thing just in the name of safety, real quick. We're gonna go ahead and fade to black. We're going to go ahead and decock this beast so that I am no longer at risk of any type of negligent discharge whatsoever. Hand is firmly on the charging lever. I am releasing the trigger. I am watching the bolt go home, relieving the pressure therein on that charging level, which I am now very familiar with, and validating. Please don't go off in my hand. God, please don't go off my hand. I have nothing left. Yeah, trigger's dead. All right, thank God. Here we go. Here we go. Transition. Awesome. I do need a gun rack. All right. All right. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. No matter what, let's just kind of sum up what we've gone over here. I would say that there's probably less than 1,000 people in this country that even own a ZEUS physically in their hands whatsoever. I would say that I'm probably one of the lucky ones who's been able to source some actual 72 caliber sustainable ammo, in the sense that I have some rounds, right? I've probably shot this thing 50 times. I probably have another 50 lead rounds in here, another 10 to 12 3D printed rounds, plus another 50 rounds hitting the mailbox tomorrow. So the actual ammunition that we have here, it's fairly plentiful for the ZEUS, and I don't really see a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of shooting with this thing. That's going to change for us this weekend. Once again, we are going to be doing more review videos. We are going to be going to a different range. We are going to be putting this thing through its paces in its natural environment. It's going to be a really good time for all. Definitely, if you are not a subscriber at this point, do smash that subscribe button. What are we buffering here for? Saw the red square of buffer, and it terrified me momentarily. I have missed a lot of chat. There's been a lot of chat since I have been gone. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You know, do I not have a chat here? Do I not have... Can you guys not see my Oh. Yo. You guys have been cheated. Hold on. There we go. I knew there was something missing. F11 for full screen. Oh. You guys have been missing an entire element to the stream for the first 29 minutes. Way to go, YouTuber. Way to go, way to go. But for those of you who are here now, boom, an added level of immersivity has just hit the table. Cheers. Shooter Steve, what up, buddy? I know you or behind the scene guys. I want to thank you for everything you do to help Mac. Props to you, bro. Hell yeah, Skinny Mitch. He does a lot for this channel, more than you know. Bought 3 bottles for my gauntlet. I have 2 tanks. I'll get 127 shots plus 90 in the tank it came with, so I can spend days shooting and then some. Good to go. Good to go on bug out as well. Shouldn't it just be a seal? It should just be a seal, but I'm not going to pull this thing apart. There's just no way. It's working too good. It's making over 1,000 foot-pounds of energy. I have to leave it alone for right now. At this point, we can whine or we can get self-reliant and learn to maintain our gear. It's close to shit hit the fan. I agree. Bit Crusher, I couldn't agree with you more. High-pressure air leak can cut like rushing water. I think it'll get worse. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I will definitely keep you guys posted. Biggest bore I have is 4.5. That's a pretty large bore. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with my Challenger holding air. Good feedback. I have missed something. I have missed something. For whatever reason, my Streamlabs is not updating me the way that it ought to at this point. We have had a couple more donations, and I do definitely want to go ahead and give the credit where it is due. The learning curve of coming back from 2 days off. Daniel Barker coming through with the donation. What up, Daniel Barker? Thank you very much, my friend. It's always good to see people supporting the things that they enjoy watching. It's always good to see people supporting the things that they enjoy doing together as a community. And I can't thank, like I said, each and every single one of you who are choosing to spend your Friday evening with me here tonight. Get into our chat once again. Boom. Clyde Wallace Jr., I sent my Terminator back in for repair. After it was sent back to me not repaired, I had to send it back, and the second time it was fixed. See, that's why I'm hesitant to send stuff back. My next Challenger is the 45. I want to get the 50 Challenger. The 50 caliber Challenger bullpup looks sick to me. I do want to get that. That is on my radar. I think they're gonna be in a Fox Air Power in the middle of September. 3 shots is why I went with the Blitz. The day I found out about it, 3 shots is barely capable of defense, but more than 1 is the rest is just bluff. Good perspective, Mystic 2222. John Hawk, I like to get a 30 cal. I agree. If you had a chance between the HPSS 25 cal and 30 cal, I would definitely go 30 caliber just because of the bigger energy, more frontal area. Why not have it? Eric E, can we talk true firearm freedom, making our own ammo? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We can talk casting. We can talk forming. We can talk ammunition manufacture. That's not a problem here. It has to be bottle fed. John Hawk, I agree with you 100%. The ZEUS consumes so much air that it does deserve, at the very least, to be tethered so that it could be, you know, making the best use from shot to shot. Make a mold for slugs in video. I have a mold for slugs. I have a mold. My mold is from Mini GP Racing. Mini GP Racing did go ahead and donate a 50 caliber mold, and I do have a couple of rolls of lead I do want to go ahead and melt down. I'm not a big fan of the AEA air rifles. Mark Greco, you know what? My thing about the AEA guys is they're punching out of their weight class. I like people that take on, you know, hard tasks. When you're trying to make a dent in the airgun community as a vendor, that's a hard task. And if you're going to take it on by making more power and more options than all of your competitors pretty much, that's a good place to start. Terminator stands by itself in a class pretty much by itself, hands down, right? The HPSS is cool. The ZEUS, obviously, most powerful airgun on the planet at this point, general production. They're doing some things right. They're really doing some things right. Do they need to fine-tune maybe, you know, a little bit of manufacturing issue, a little bit of this, a little quality control? Maybe. Maybe they do. But, you know, I think that they're doing a lot better in the grand scheme of things than a lot of other companies. I liked it better when you could actually read the text when you had the chat larger. I understand. I can actually make that bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. Hang on. We're going to fine-tune the stream here for us. Here we go. This thing, like... How's this? Is this better? Let me know. I don't think that's better, actually. I think I just actually moved people off the screen. Boom. There we go. All right, transition. There we go. And we'll bring this guy. Boom. Trying for you guys. I'm really trying for you. Obviously, I want to try and bring you the best show possible each and every time we do this, but obviously it's a learning curve. Transition, how's this one look? Not bad, right? Not bad. We can fix things on the fly for you. Air guns and air power, thank you very much for the feedback. Timmy, I'm not sure want to attack that. Hit me on DM. Let's talk. Ooh. What do we talk about? Is it something fun? Am I out of songs? I'm out of songs. Boom. Getting through our chat today. I have 45 and 50 caliber molds. Very cool. Very cool. My 50 caliber mold is for the 225 grain, I believe. Who has a 35 caliber? eBay sent me the wrong ammo. Ooh, interesting. Slugs at simple math, kinetic energy 1.5 times mass velocities. That's big math, Mike. Oh yeah, it's big math. All right. Let's continue through the topics in our stream. We got our ZEUS to go ahead and hold a charge of air after it was found to be empty today. Let's talk about one more final thing regarding the ZEUS, and then we will move on to the bug out section of today's stream. I want to talk a little bit about bug outs, prepping, right? Southern Ohio prepping, if you're in the house, shout out to you. We are talking a little bit about prepping. We are talking a little bit about bugging out. Here we go. Final thing that I want to talk about the ZEUS today is, what do you guys think the realistic engagement distance for the ZEUS in most hunting scenarios is going to be? have been toying with this because I know if I do a 25-yard accuracy segment, people will be like, oh, it's only 25 yards. You're making half the energy of a 308. You should be able to go 400 yards. Some ridiculous fucking number like that. I'm like, it's different than a powder burner. It's just it doesn't have the velocity. It's got a lot of mass. It's moving kind of slow. It's probably going to go like this. I don't know what the ballistic trajectory is of the 72 caliber round of the 72 caliber ammunition, but I do want to know from the chat, what do you guys think? 440 to 700 grain ammunition should be capable of reaching out of reaching out and touching, capable of reaching out and touching within like a tennis ball or baseball size hunting group. At that level of energy, to 12 to 1500 pounds of energy, you can miss by half an inch and still make that kill just fine. I'm telling you, you could put a basketball in the cavitation left by the 440. So I feel like as long as you could hit within that apple size, tennis ball size, orange size type hunting group, that would be the distance that you should be engaging at. What do you guys think as far as distance is concerned? I've had guns that hold their air for years. Ooh. MACABESPEED, check the ZEUS air gauge before stream ends and see if the air has dropped. You know what? Air guns and air power, I think that's a tilted battle just because of the fact that I think that as much heat as I pumped into that cylinder, it's definitely going to drop some pressure. So I don't know exactly what the litmus test would be, but I will keep you guys updated as far as my experiences with this. I think slugs are better than hollow point, so it dumps energy better because it's an easy pass-through. Ooh. John Hawk, lead is soft anyway, and I make huge holes, so I'm shooting 48 to 50 grain. Mac, you have a faulty O-ring. Possible. People my age need to get those types of oh, wait, that's not the type of O-ring you meant. I understand. Yeah, Daniel Barker, what's up, Cleveland? How are you, man? Air guns and air power, or the valve stem has a gash on it. Possible. I agree that we need the larger font because everyone has that 1080 resolution and eyes to match. How is that font sizing now? Sam Houston, welcome to the party. My guy. Bug out situation, you need to stay as far away from as possible. Don't get cocky. I agree. Zach G, hey, what's up, Matt? Congratulations, little baby girl. I love the ZEUS. I was watching the Donnie FL make huge moderators for it and blew up a watermelon. I also saw this. I think the shape there, I'm using 6.5 on the face. Hello, Mr. Sam. Timmy, what up? I think it's 100 yards, too. Airguns of Idaho, I agree. I feel like realistically predictable trajectories, realistically, predictable amounts of energy dump, realistically predictable variables that you could fine-tune out and take with you into the hunting experience. I think it happens at 100 yards or less. 100 yards. Hunting is normally done 50 yards, at least in my experience. Mike Goyette, I agree with you. Most turkey hunts I've ever done have been within 25 to 50 yards as well. But I don't want to shortchange the community. With less than 1,000 of these rifles really more than likely in the country currently, I owe it to you guys to go as far as you think it's realistically, capable of being repeatable at. I mean, if you're throwing a slug that far, you're throwing it at something you either want to kill or want to punch a hole in the paper for targets they're concerned. But if you're out there to go ahead and put the metal to the meat, you're going to want to go ahead and stack that freezer at the end of the day. So it's going to matter. You know what I mean? I think 100 yards is a good max repeatable distance. I could be wrong. Shooting the ZEUS out to 200 yards would be pretty easy with the ZEUS. I would like to. Shooter Steve, I would like to, my guy. I only know of one super secret location that we could do that at, but would it be repeatable? Any farther than that, you're probably just going to be lobbing the slug in. You know what, though? I thought the same. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about lobbing it in. When I initially went ahead and purchased my 25 caliber Blitz versus my 30 caliber Blitz, I was under the impression that 730 feet per second with the advertised, 45, 48 grain pellet, whatever it is, from JSB, that was going to be just lobbed in, and at the 900 claimed FPS for the 25 caliber Blitz was going to be the superior option. The 30 caliber Blitz was punching through the half-inch board at just about the 200-yard mark, 190 video verified yards. We were getting hits. We were punching through that board. 30 caliber just held its energy. Having said that, you multiply that by a huge amount, right? If you start out at the muzzle with 1,000 to 1,100 FPE, it's not just going to shed quickly. It's not going to be like the immediate square, right? 2 times faster, 4 times faster. It's not going to immediately square out. So I don't know. You could probably get the slugs out to distance, but it would be how repeatable is it? How consistent is your ammunition? How consistent are your fundamentals? What is the actual elements you're working in as far as wind conditions, external factors? What's that looking like? And then you could really kind of make that determination. What is the ethical range of a shot, right? You don't want to shoot something in the ass and then have to punch it to death. You don't want to be in that position. So you kind of want to gauge your skills versus the environment versus the distance versus the rifle and do the math and hopefully come up with the answer that generates the ethical takedown. Heck, as far as it'll go, Mike Oyet says, I'm down to test it. I'm down to test it. I'm down to test it. Blitz gang. Mark Bostic, what up? I haven't dropped that in a long time. I bet you could get consistency at 200 maybe. Maybe someone who had like some decent skills could, but for me personally, I don't know that I could get to 200. Good night, Mark. And thank you very much for being in the chat. Great to have you as always. Mike Goyete, but to take ethically, you need to be certain. Totally true. Caliber is irrelevant to useful range. Accuracy and target energy are functions of FPE and ballistic coefficient. Great input, Mystic 22, 22-2, and so well grounded in fact. 30 is good for 150, and then they put the induced, the point goes to, and then they put the deuced point 200 yards plus. John Hawk, I hear ya. Zombie, take over any range you can, real life. Unless you're burning powder, 50 is good. Burning powder, you can go a lot farther. I agree. But, you know, powder burners work at a lot higher velocity. Also, you're getting more physical oomph out of that burned powder combustion process than you typically will out of the air charge. Mass and velocity equals ballistics. Let's go ahead and talk about that. I think that one of the main things that people overlook in between firearms and air guns as a whole are the actual shape of the projectile. I have a grossly overblown example of both of those. This is the 440 grain Mr. Hollow Point 72 caliber slug. This is a monster. This thing hits like a ton of bricks and absolutely ripped that ballistic gel block. It did so good. Note the shape. Flat base, rings, almost like a muzzle loader. This is your traditional centerfire cartridge style projectile. Excuse me. This guy right here is a 3D printed 72 caliber slug by Mystic 22, 22-2. Notice the long spire point here. Tapered boat tail, cylindrical shape. This is meant to go fast. It's meant to go far. This may not be meant to go as far because it's just not going as fast. That's what I think it comes down to. That's what I think it comes down to. Having said that, this exceeds the limits of the FX Cronny, so it's kicking ass butt naked speed way more than 1100 FPS. And we will nail down the actual number once we get the Caldwell out to the range this weekend. G-Man, what up, what up, what up? I bet special ammunition could make the ZEUS a record holder. You know what? I think with a competent shooter and special ammo, the ZEUS could be a record holder. I'm just not that good. I'm just not that good. I mean, in my most recent ZEUS video, we literally watched me almost get like 10 black eyes just because of the fact that I have zero fundamentals with these big bore, big recoil, big power rifles, right? So I definitely would want to leave the task to someone whose skill set is more adequate. I might be able to make pretty pictures and make cool edits and have this nice looking crispy stream for you boys on a Friday afternoon, but I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, I'm super bench rest capable, ultra mega accuracy. It's just not the case. I know there's better people out there. Cheers. Steel core, the Zeus was some. Oh, and with the right ammo, hint steel core, the Zeus would punch all the way through that propane tank. I've seen the 45 Texan with them go through 2 beer kegs. That's badass. Yeah, you can make it to 200. You might get that blitz that far out, but I don't see how you could keep the ballistic control half that far out. The blitz does good at 100. The blitz with 30 caliber Hades does really good. Dude, if you put a steel ball bearing inside the hole, it will not stop if it's a hard target. Let me see that. That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Nixie, huge shout out to Nixie. I'm going to go ahead and measure exactly what the size of that is, and I'm going to buy some steel ball bearings for the next batch of these that I get. I will then go ahead and put the ball bearing in the center of this beast and powder coat the entire assembly, therefore bonding the steel ball bearing to the Mr. Hollow Point base slug. Nixie, great insight. Thank you. Just got a blank screen error and a retry. Timmy, definitely throw it down in the comments right now if I am still live then. That sometimes happens when they've canceled my stream. My 30 blitz is all over the place at 100 yards. I hate hearing that. I hate hearing that. I'm sorry, my guy. I know that my 30 blitz is on. The video comparing the JSB Heavies to the JSB Hades, legit video showcasing the 100-yard capabilities of the blitz as a platform. I really believe it can make it out there. Velocity matters. There's physics. At 330 meters per second, you are to the point you lose stability due to pressure wave. I agree. Later, Southern Ohio prepping. Peace out. Peace out. Got to get ready for a live. Southern Ohio prepping. Definitely do come back and watch us. We're almost to the point where we're going to talk about bug out boxes. Well, in an 8-inch target, but still not a good grouper. Interesting. I will try the 457 on a tank. That's cool. The blitz with 30 is probably at 950 FPS. Blitz with 30 what? That would be cool if I could get my blitz up to 950. That'd be awesome. Right now we're working between about 67 foot-pounds of energy as far as my 30 caliber is concerned. Still live. Hell yeah, Sam Houston. Sam Houston, thank you very much for the feedback. Thank you very much for the feedback. At very close range, the printed ammo will deliver. If it goes straight, I don't expect it to work at longer ranges because of the low mass, low coefficient. In other words, it will slow down real quick. I agree. I like seeing the wheels turn in Mac's head when he mentioned the ball bearing and the hollow point. Hell yeah. You know, my wife does that too. She'll kind of like watch me. It usually starts with a TV show, like if there's like How Things Are Made Shipbuilding Edition or some big, massive scale industrial building thing. I'll like walk in, I'll have my coffee with me, and I'll just kind of look at the TV. And I'll like take a step towards the TV, and I kind of like get a little bit closer like a little kid. She sees me get sucked into stuff all the time, totally. My Blitz 30 in the 700s. Very cool. Very cool. We're getting about 775 feet per second with a 50.15 grain JSB round. I do have a recipe for that. I have a video coming out soon as well. Let's go ahead and talk bug outs. Do we need the big frame for this? Do we need the big frame for this? Or do I still have that dumb frame up about the firearms? Nope. Okay, here we go. Cool. Big frame up coming up. Transition. Let's talk bug outs. What exactly is the definition of something in your bug out repertoire? Your bug out repertoire should pretty much make it efficient for you to quickly leave wherever you are, as far as your place of residence, your place of where you're staying, whatever your dwelling may be, and do so in such a manner to where you have capabilities with you. You want to leave in that efficient manner once again, but you don't want to go out naked per se. Having said that, the only thing that's going to get you out the door, get you on the road, get you into a position of potential greater safety if we all had to bug out for whatever reason. I mean, this is kind of a loaded conversation, but I'm willing to have it. I don't give a shit. Bug out boxes and bug out preps are absolutely something that you should be taking a look at. In the airgun world, how do we go ahead and look at bug out boxes, right? About what is it? Maybe 7 to 8 months ago, I went ahead and started buying up different tins of ammunition where I could find it, when I could find it, if I knew it was quality stuff. I didn't even open the shit. I just put it into boxes and then put it on a shelf. It sounds like I'm hoarding, but it's not really hoarding in the amounts that we're doing it in. Let's go ahead, flip you boys forward, and show you what we're looking at. Hold on. We can clean this up. I'm going to clean this up for you guys. Transition. Right. We did clean it up. As you can see, we have our Ziploc bag here for the AEA ZEUS stuff. We have our soundboard over here. We have our Southern Ohio prepping magnet over here. Spare GoPro battery in the case we get the black screen of death. And we have our box right here. We also have a secondary box. These little boxes are great. Also, they're pretty perfect for holding tins of ammo. Here we go. Let me just show you guys instead of showing me. I think that's really who we're showing here anyways. Damn! Got the air arms, 25 cal. 25 cal. All kinds of stuff. This thing's packed. 200, 200, 200, 200. 350. There's probably easily 1,000 plus rounds in here. Maybe close to 1,500 rounds in here, right? This is all stuff I definitely know for sure shoots good from my 25 caliber Blitz and from the 25 caliber Flash Pup and from the Benjamin Marauder. This is all shit right here that I could definitely just open the tin and go to town. Start spraying the Freedom. This is a good box. This box weighs less than 15 pounds, less than 10 pounds. It's pretty solid. I could just, boom, grab this and go, and I am on my way. Toss it in the back of a pickup. We are out of there. This could prove invaluable. If you have to leave your house due to a fire, if you have to leave your house due to a home invasion, it's like zombie invasion, not like an individual invasion, but like zombie invasion as a whole, bug out boxes that can prove absolutely invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. Let's look at the second one. Before I do, though, I'm going to keep you guys in suspense. Let's jump into the chat here. Raising the Blitz to 80 FPE would certainly extend its range. I agree. Yes, good idea. It should fly farther. Crazy bug outs. I got 2 sitting right next to me on my bed. Hell yeah. 700s would be stable too, totally. We just signed the papers. We got the new homes. Congratulations, Sam Houston. Hell yeah. Bit crushers. Good job, Sam. Hell yeah. Airguns and air. Awesome. Hell yeah. Might go yet harder. No, not hoarding, my guy. Not hoarding. Number 1 bug out prep. Get fit. I agree. Stocked 1,000 rounds of NSA 44 grainers. Now getting my slug mold. Great. I'm liking that. Mark Bostic. Cool. Zombies for real. Hey, Vanta Ryder. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. It really isn't a joke. Let's go ahead and change the other camera we have for the backup camera so we can talk to the chat a little bit better here. Boom. It's not a joke. It's really not a joke. I mean, when you think about things that are terrifying, being consumed by an undead, previously human being, fucking terrifying. That, don't know. You know, most zombie invasions start with some type of illness, and I'm just saying. Let's do the math on it, right? Whoa, over 1,000 rounds in California. Worried to come bash down your dude. You know what? I'm not really too worried about them doing anything like that. At least in my case. Because we don't do anything that's outside the letter of the law. Mac, how many tins deep? How many tins deep? This box right here, this box that we previously looked at, is 1, 2 Benjamin tins deep.
Seneca pellets, you probably could get 3 stacked tall here. You got Seneca pellets stacked 2 deep. Just by itself, I mean, that's 600 rounds, 700 rounds of the Senecas. I'm telling you, there's a lot of ammo here. There's a lot of ammo here. But you know what? It helps me sleep at night. This helps me sleep at night. I like having good chunks of ammo. Let's go ahead and show you guys exactly what's in the secondary box here. Dude, hey, if you're a real boy and you open up a box like this, you gotta love it. You have to love it. Barracuda Hunter, Silver Points, Chromags, Barracuda Hunter Extremes. Each one of these is like 150. You figure there's 12 tins in here at 150 a piece. That's a lot, you know. So doing math on live stream is cringy, but you can kind of see the direction that we're going here as far as being prepared. This is, oh, JSP knockouts are in there. I got 2 tins of knockouts. Lit. I didn't even know I had these. I purchased these so long ago. I didn't even know I had these. I saw it in the preview for this stream, and I was like, oh, that's good to know. There we go. Like I said, guys, this wasn't accrued overnight. This wasn't accrued in a short period of time. This was stuff that I kind of collected over a period of months. Now, like I said, I got 2 little cases, just about 8 inches by 10 inches. And, you know, it's basically the size of your standard issue Army ammo can. It holds all the pellets I could possibly need in 25 caliber. I've got boxes like that for 25 caliber, 30 caliber. And I should realistically have a box like that for 72 caliber and 50 as well, but I don't. Let's talk about the second part of the equation. After we get back into the chat, hold on. We're living it. I just got a Harbor Freight Town in my store. That's cool. Worry about the tent dwellers and the zombies. Oh, good lord. Live in restrictive Maryland. I legally can't even shoot airsoft in my town. Wow. Eric E. Nice. Sam Houston ammo. Hell yeah. Boxes of gold. Cool. Dude, I love it, right? Now I know why I can't find any ammo. Max got it all. You haven't even seen my 30 caliber box. I'm telling you. The 30 caliber box is stacked. When those Vortex strikes were on sale for like $8, I bought about 1,000 rounds. Then I saw them on sale again for about $8. I was like, I'm buying another 1,000 rounds up 100%. No matter what. Good stuff there. I do like having the ammo though. Either you have it or either you love it or you hate it. Or either you have it or you don't, right? Love it or hate it. Either you have it or you don't. Stock, stack, stick. The plan, have it on a swivel. Keep the powder dry. Totally. I agree with you 100%. Let's talk about the next part of the prep game. I feel like we're going to need this scene here. For the next part of your prep, I would say... Whoop. Hey... When I went to Sam Houston's house and filmed the initial batch of AEA ZEUS videos, this thing was the bane of my existence. I did not have my fill probe with me. I came out into the field unprepared. I went to war with no bullets. I did not bring a fill probe. Come to find out, the HPSS-30 fill probe from AEA, different size than the AEA Challenger, the AEA ZEUS, and the AEA Terminator, if I'm correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. What's the point? I didn't have my fill probe with me. I left it at my house. My house is 2 hours away from Sam Houston, and I almost didn't get to film my videos. He ended up having another fill probe out of some, I don't remember exactly what model it was, but he came through. What's the point? If I had had my fill probe in my gun, I would not have had even a remote worry because I would have been ready to go. There's no reason not to drill a small hole in this dust cover, put this dust cover, line it up with that valve port right there, put this in here and keep it for safekeeping. If you're really that anal about it, flip it over there, and when you're in the field, close that dust cover as it were. But I'm telling you guys, for general purposes, my fill probes are staying in my guns. And it's just because if you have to run out of your house and your whole house is on fire, you're not looking for your fill probes. You're looking for your cases. You're picking up cases. You're throwing cases out of your house. You're getting everything in a hurry. It's like consistent, right? Even this little Storm Rider. It's gonna be another one of those items whether you have it or you don't. Was sitting there making jokes when I thought I didn't have an AEA fill probe with me that day. That's not gonna stand back up. Ah. All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't fall over midstream. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, we were starting to come up with dumb things like, why can't my wife just text me a fill probe when we were out at Sam Houston's house? And no matter what we thought of, we just couldn't figure it out without actually having that physical fill probe with us. We weren't going to be able to refill the rifle. So 3 shots in, the day almost took a dump. I see no problems whatsoever with keeping your fill probe inside your rifle. I just don't see any problem with that whatsoever. My bug out gauntlet bottles. Yep, bottles are cool. I definitely try and keep my Benjamin tank up around 5,000 PSI just so I can top stuff up. Our Ranch Airgun Fun Channel 25 caliber Vortex strikes shoot decent, but they're so much more expensive than the 30 caliber. It's like $22 for the Vortex strikes in 25 on Amazon. It's like $8 for the other ones. I keep my fill probe installed on the gun also. Skinny Mitch. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. Last time I went to Roy's, I brought the Challenger and no fill probe, so I feel you be 100%. I agree. Especially because it's so easy. Let me show you what I mean, guys. This cap, let's go ahead and bring our other tab up that I like more, the better looking tab, right? The GoPro chat. This right here is just an aluminum piece. It's not even a steel piece, so you have no risk of rusting whatsoever. I just drilled a small hole here. It's just slightly larger than the fill probe diameter itself. It still retains the ability to be held on the actual end of the tank itself with this O-ring land that you see inside there. Very, very, very easy modification for those concerned about banging the end of the tank or whatever the case may be. Dust cover, stuff like that. This is a really easy thing to do, and it still retains the factory fit and finish. Turn your dust cover around. Fill probe. Good to go. Love it. I think I will do that too, Mac. You know, Sam, like I said, especially after not having it when I was out filming with you, I felt really, really, really bad about how the whole thing unfolded, and I learned a valuable lesson that day. I'd already been doing that with my Storm Rider, and you know what? Having given it more thought after that point, I'm definitely implementing it myself for sure. Sounds dirty to me. Vanta Rider. I'm not sure what you're referencing there, but you know what? I did want to respond to your comment there. We've been hanging out today for 65 minutes so far. Got some really good stuff coming up for you guys in the next few videos. We do have some Dragon Claw stuff, stretching it out to the 75-yard mark with powder-coated versus unpowder-coated rounds in the hollow point variety. We also have that full spectrum overview of the AEA ZEUS 72 caliber, getting it sighted in that very first day at Sam Houston's, as well as some really incredible stuff that we'll be filming this weekend. I think it's going to be a great place to go ahead and end today's video, but if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.